Just letting you guys know you can listen to my No Bleeps podcast anywhere you stream podcasts or on my No Bleeps YouTube channel. Link in the description. Hey guys, it's Billy and welcome back to Sesh. Today we are talking about Natalie, who is best known as David Dobrik's assistant and best friend since literally ever, has come out with another statement about David, and there's also a lot of people asking her questions and wondering if she's still working with David. And so we're going to get into all of that and some more because David was literally called out this weekend and I can't believe it. So here we go. Basically, Natalie came out with a statement a couple weeks ago when all this was going down. People were begging her to come out and talk about David and Todd and everyone because, well, she's dating Todd and she's worked with David forever and everybody knows her very, very well. And they were very upset that she hadn't made a statement yet, and so she posted one on her Instagram story. And originally her first statement read, "I've spent a lot of time thinking about the recent allegations, and because of the severity, it's taken me time to process. Like many of you, I'm upset and angry and do not condone the behavior detailed in the article or any misconduct, abuse for that matter. I want to make it clear that I acknowledge, hear, and support those who came forward, and I stand by the victims." Now, since all of that, Natalie has gotten a ton of hate because obviously her boyfriend Todd is in question here in this situation, as well as her best friend David. And people were also upset, thinking she had something to do with the situation and had given approval for this video and condoned this situation to occur, because Trisha has mentioned that Natalie edits and watches these videos and gives David approval before he posts them.
Oh.
Because Natalie sits there and edits it with it. No, Natalie is, she also ignored everything. She's like the worst. Like actually the worst. Because she also she's the one that has people sign NDAs. She's the one that coaxes people to do stuff and stuff like that. And I wasn't there for after I just heard from what I heard from Cassandra, like what happened after I left. And again, their whole corroborative plan to prove that I'm crazy and all this, all this, it's all.
But there are some arguments within her comment section on Instagram wondering if she really did work for him at the time of the video in 2017 with Dom. She wasn't featured in that vlog, but somebody commented, "In defense of Natalie, she was hired in 2017. The video was posted in 2017. David was still editing his own videos at that time. David always states who edited the video at the end credits. Her name was not in the video, which means Natalie did not edit the video." It's clear from the comments that even if she wasn't the one that edited it or given approval for this video back in 2017, people are still very upset for her for standing by her friend's side and honestly waiting a really long while before she wanted to make a statement at all. But since all this, she has come out with a second statement, and she once again put it on her Instagram story, and she said this: "The last few weeks have been nothing short of challenging, especially for the women who have come forward, and while I was not there, I stand by my statement that I believe Hannah and the other woman on what happened that night. As a woman, sister, daughter, as well as someone who knows that many women look up to me, I know I have a platform that can draw awareness to important causes and organizations that can protect and provide resources around violence. I will do that, as well as continue to support important causes close to my heart. To start, I will be donating to the National Violence Research Center and using my platform to share helpful information. I will continue to stick up for what I think is right and use my own platform for good. This is just the start of a long and important journey for me, and I appreciate those who stick by me during this time." Now, once she posted this on her story, rumors started to swirl whether or not she was actually leaving working for David Dobrik. And obviously, you would think that people would respond to this as that's a really good move, especially with some of the hate that she has been receiving in the last couple of weeks. And people have been saying things like, "You should reconsider the sticking around with the vlog squad." And you guys, there were tons of comments on her most recent photo that she posted 2 weeks ago. And the top comments on it from 2 weeks ago are literally like, "You should never hang out with David again. You should dump Todd. You should quit your job," all this stuff, right? But then when she takes out of her bio CEO of David Dobrik, people started getting upset at her and they were like, "Did you quit working with David? Natalie, you just removed your bio. Does that mean you no longer work for David? You don't work for David Dobrik anymore. Baby lost her job." And people were so mad about it. And they said, "How are you going to dip on David when he got you to where you are? He's the reason you're verified. You are not thankful for not supporting your friend who made you who you are right now. Without him, you wouldn't have what you have. Unfollowing. Hard to believe David helped you so much and you just leave like that. Watch how you trust people. And there were so many comments like this, you guys. It's honestly crazy because there's so many people that are like, you need to leave working with David. And then there's so many people being like, how dare you leave working with David? Like, it's such a complicated situation. There's so many opinions surrounding this, but I will say that according to her LinkedIn profile, she is still working with David Dobrik. I think she honestly just took it out of her bio because probably she doesn't want to be connected to it on her Instagram, because she does only really get sponsorships for herself on her Instagram, and she probably doesn't want to have anything associated with David on there, especially if brands and sponsorships are being lost with David. She probably doesn't want the same thing to happen with her. But obviously people do feel like that she should still be losing sponsorships and all of that because of her association and still dating Todd. So it is a very complicated situation. A lot of people have a lot of different thoughts on this, but I do want to bring up the fact that this has not only hit mainstream media, this entire situation that has gone on with David Dobrik, but it has hit mainstream entertainment because freaking SNL, you guys. My mom texted me on Saturday and was like, they're making fun of David Dobrik right now. And I was like, stop it right now. And she sent me a clip and I was like, oh my gosh. They really are. And they did a big whole skit. It was really long too, like a 3-minute skit of someone pretending to be basically David, giving an apology video for making videos that were problematic. They even referenced a kissing prank, and there were multiple apology videos. They made multiple different apologies, and they talked about this person losing sponsors. It was absolutely insane. And everyone was talking about it. Editing spilly here. Also, I recorded this as soon as I woke up in the morning, so I sound different than I sound right now because I sounded groggier in the voiceover than I do right now. Anyways, I have a correction because I was about to say that Jason auditioned for SNL, but I actually meant that Jason worked at SNL for 2 years. He made an entire video about it, how he loved it so much. So that's just even more uncomfortable that he literally worked at SNL and now he works for David pretty much. And SNL, his former place of employment, is making fun of him and basically his coworkers. Oh my gosh. Okay, anyways, back to the video and what I was saying. I mean, you know, it's a serious situation when SNL is bringing this to light, and also it really just shows how famous David really is and how people do view him as a celebrity, and they do view that these YouTubers are part of the entertainment industry and things that they do really do have an impact on a lot of people. And I just think that that's really important to note for a lot of creators. Like, whatever you're putting out there and whatever you're making, people are going to see it and they are going to have a reaction to it. And if you really do mess up, that is going to have an effect on people. A lot of people have been saying, you know, why hasn't Jeffree Star been called out the way that David Dobrik has, with allegations that have come out about Jeffree Star? And I honestly really do believe that David crossed this threshold of being this mainstream celebrity in this era, like this time period. And he's getting TV deals and he's winning awards on TV, whereas Jeffree isn't really doing that. And honestly, Jeffree doesn't work with a lot of sponsors. And I really do feel like most of the mainstream media outlets really started reporting on David when he was losing sponsorships. That was the angle of a lot of articles. But since all this stuff has gone down with David, Josh Peck, who has played a major role in a lot of the vlogs, and honestly, David Dobrik really helped Josh Peck like launch his YouTube career. He made videos with every single member of the vlog squad all the time. But Josh Peck has deleted mostly every single one of his photos with David Dobrik on his Instagram, and I haven't seen a lot of people mention Josh much, even though he had very heavy participation in a lot of vlogs and even really bad vlogs, like vlogs with Bad Baby. But most people are truly just focused on David. I definitely want to know what you guys think about all of this, because there are so many opinions going on around still. Let me know how you guys feel in the comments down below. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.